wonder why nothing exciting ever happens around here? This is a beautiful piece of Spessartite garnet, which I've had for quite a few years now. Currently, I've been working hard at cutting more rough than I buy so that I can work through my large inventory of rough. I found that I have quite a few stunning pieces of rough, like this one, which I need to cut for my wife BOPIE and her store. So stay tuned and you'll see some awesome gems that have been sitting in my inventory for way too long. This piece of Spessartite rough seems to me like it will make a great oval-shaped gemstone, so now I just need to find the right oval design. Well, I found this design in the DataView database of designs. Now, DataView is an older, very old database of gem cutting diagrams. And some of you may have to do some serious hunting around to find the DataView database, but it's out there. The good news is that the Gem Cut Studio or GCS software of today can pull in DataView diagrams and it can use them without any problems. Now this particular design was created by Evan Williams, and I think Evan is from Australia, but I'm not 100% sure. If somebody out there could let me know in the comments if Evan is in fact from Australia or not, I would appreciate it. This design looked interesting to me, so I think I am going to give it a try. The Gem Cut Studio or GCS software has some powerful tools built into the software. One tool is the rendering. That's where you pick a gemstone, in this case Spessartite garnet, and the design, and GCS will make a computer-generated kind of rendering of how your finished gemstone will look with the colors of the gemstone pretty much on target. I really like this feature of GCS, and here's what our stone should look like after I cut it. So let's start cutting this Spessartite and see if it ends up looking like the GCS rendering. Okay, I've preformed the girdle and the first row of facets on the pavilion with my 600 grit sintered lap, but I still have some more. I need to go over it again with the same lap because there's still a little bit that I need to bring the pavilion down to clean up. This little bit here, I can come down a little bit, but if I come down too far, I start having to bring the girdle in and make the stone smaller. So hopefully I can bring it down a little bit without having to bring the stone in anymore. This Spessartite's looking pretty clean. It's got a couple of minor inclusions, but it's cleaner than most Spessartite, so I hope to keep it as big as I can get it. But let me go over this one more time with my 600 grit sintered lap and bring this down. Okay, I went over the first row of the pavilion of our gemstone with my 600 grit sintered lap just to bring it down a bit and to clean up some of those inclusions on the surface. There's this one right up here remaining, and I still have room. I could bring the pavilion down a little bit. This is going to be my girdle, so I have to leave enough for the girdle here. If I bring it down too much, then I'm going to have to cut it in to get rid of some of this this mess here. But I think when I cut my next row or my next tier on the pavilion, it'll take care of that little piece. So I think I'm okay. I'm going to go over the stone with 3000 grit diamond on a bat lap and see how we're doing. I'll do all the tiers on the pavilion and see if I clean up that little piece at the culet. Okay, I went over the top row, the second tier of facets for the first time, and I used a 3000 grit on a bat lap. And I didn't go over the first row or the girdle yet with the 3000 grit diamond and a bat lap, because I just wanted to see if by cutting this second row I could get rid of the little problem that I had in the side, and it got rid of it. so I don't need to make the stone any smaller. And I'll go back now and start cutting the first row, and probably have to touch up the second row again. And I'll cut the girdle and with the 3000 grit diamond on a bat lap, and then we'll be ready to polish the bottom half of our gemstone. Okay, I've pre-polished all the facets on our gemstone, and now I will polish them using aluminum oxide and a tin lap, and then we'll be done with the bottom half. We'll transfer the stone and cut the upper half. Coming along very nicely. Our Spessartite garnet polished right up with aluminum oxide on a tin lap. Didn't have any problems at all. So now I'll transfer the stone and we can cut the upper half. Okay, I didn't have any problem polishing up the upper half or the crown of our Spessartite with with aluminum oxide on a tin lap. Now I will set up the table, so I cut and polish the table, and then we'll be done with this gemstone. I just cut this piece of Spessartite garnet, which I've had in my two-cut box of inventory for over 8 years now. I picked this rough up from Thomas S., and he normally is at the Old Pueblo show in Tucson every year during the Tucson Gem Shows, as well as he does have an online website. Now, or you can call him and talk to him about getting any rough you want. Virtually all Spessartite garnet rough has sugar-like inclusions, but this piece has very, very little compared to most Spessartite garnet. And this is a Fanta orange color, which to me is the most desirable color of Spessartite. And the Fanta orange Spessartite cuts a beautiful gemstone. So I just have to ask myself, what took me so long to start cutting this rough? I cut this Spessartite garnet using a gem fasting diagram called Oval Brilliant 14 Main by Evan Williams. This is the first design of Evan Williams that I've cut, and I turned out very happy. I'm very happy with how it turned out. But what matters most is what my wife BOPIE thinks and her staff at the jewelry store. The good news for gem collectors is that I got a good deal on this gemstone rough 8 years ago, and there's no way I could buy this rough at those prices today, so the buyers of this gemstone are going to get a great bargain. The design is not difficult to cut, and I would recommend that you give it a try. Probably not the best choice for a first gemstone a new cutter cuts, but it certainly could be the first 5 diagrams a new gem cutter tries out. So please let me know in the comments what you think of this gemstone, Spessartite, and what you think of the design. And as always, happy fasting, everyone.